Not gonna lie, making music in Ableton is hard. It comes with a really steep learning curve. You just want to make music like the artist that you love, but everything that you do in the DAW just falls flat. Thankfully, you're not alone, and the guys at 36db have your back. They've created a whole suite of Ableton music production environments. Everything from house through to drum and bass. Each environment comes loaded with everything you need to get started in the given genre, and today I'm going to be having a look at the Peak Time Techno environment. This comes as part of an absolutely massive update for Live 11 across 4 of 36db's most popular environments. Their house, melodic house, progressive house, and peak time techno environments have all been souped up for Live 11 with enhanced arrangements, automation, tons more MIDI and scenes in session view, not to mention updated instrument and effect racks packed full of new macro snapshots, making it even easier to find the right sound when you need it. Installing the environments could not be easier, and each comes with instructions on how to integrate them seamlessly with Ableton. Create a presets folder in your Ableton user library, open the downloaded Ableton Live pack and save the contents to your desktop. Then, in File Explorer, move the environment project to your newly created presets folder. Now, as well as the environments being visible in your user library, all of the included instrument and effect racks will be searchable in Ableton's browser. As a fan of labels like Giggling and Drum Code, I was immediately drawn to diving into the Peak Time Techno environment. So I've got the Peak Time Techno updated Live 11 environment open here, and I'm just going to give it a play so you can hear the kind of vibe that we've got in this environment. This is the kind of template arrangement that's in the environment when you buy and install it. Through some of the channels, you can see what we've got going on. I'll flip over to session view. Channels going on. Got some stuff on the master. Coming up to the wallop. Nice. So I think that gives you a kind of flavour of what's going on in this environment. I did actually have a cursory look around a couple of weeks ago, and within like half an hour I was kind of getting something going, getting a vibe going for something new. But I didn't dive too deep into it because I wanted it to be fresh for this. So yeah, let's just have a look through. I'll actually show you how it's kind of structured in the user library. So everything goes in the presets in your user library. And here we have Peak Time and Techno environment project. So you can see you've got these various Ableton sets. So this is the one that I've opened here, that we've got open now, is the Peak Time Techno environment live. You've also just got the drum tracks and drum kit patterns, presumably that is. So any of these you could just drag into a new project. If you wanted to start a techno track completely fresh. Also, all of the instrument racks and instrument presets, the effects racks, all of that stuff gets saved into your user library, so you can actually search for it. If I search 36, you see we've got all of this stuff here. And this is actually from the Rodriguez Feathers and Bones packs, which is also top notch. I think it's worth saying that it comes with really helpful installation instructions, because all of that stuff's quite confusing when you first download packs and stuff in Ableton. So all that's covered. It's really slick and easy to install, and all this stuff goes straight into your user library, so you can just pull it in for other projects. And for me personally, that's what I was kind of really excited about when I first encountered these, and that was just the quality of the instrument racks and how usable they were. And you could tell, these have been crafted by real heads, people who know the genres, they know the world. They're really alive. They've got loads of modulation and movement going on, really exciting patches. I'm a bit of a pad junkie as well. And yeah, we'll come on to all of that stuff, because that's totally catered for in this. Okay, so I'll just jump over to session view and we can have a look what we got going on here. So I've got my MIDI controller, my APC Mini. This is a great little affordable controller. So I can just trigger scenes. We'll just trigger scenes and see what we're getting. So we've got our intro going on here. You can see we've got quite a long loop in here. We can double click into this MIDI. Loads of variation on the velocity. Nice. I'll go to part 2. Got this kind of bass sound here. Let's have a look here. I could map this to my controller. And this is where we got our macro snapshots for the peak techno bass. So let's just have a listen to this. This is going to be a bit of a free-flowing look around this, so I'll just follow my nose and explore things as happen on them. Okay, squeaky alien. Haha, nice. Just adjusting the filter cutoff here. Also got loads of other controls, envelope controls. Nice. Let's go back to original. Hear what else is going on. We're in part 3 now. You'll see this is really great if you just want to open the setup and have a jam with it. You don't even need a controller. You can just get started with your mouse. And you'll see on this part 3 that some of the clip spaces they've had the buttons removed. So things are just going to carry on playing from the scene above. Really nice. Let's head to the drop. Nice. This Detroit pad lush. We've got return channel stuff going on. Send it to that. What I also really liked was the fact that everything is made or largely made in Ableton stock devices. And yeah, when I first opened it, I was like, what actually are these made in? Yeah, a lot of stuff made in analog, and I think that as a synth just gets far too overlooked. I think the guys at 36db have just done such a good job with stock stuff, and it sounds incredible. I think that's really important as well if you're kind of early on in your music production journey, and that is to realise you have everything you need in Ableton. And that's the great thing about these as well, is that they're optimized to work with Ableton. And it's just a good creative example to show you what's possible with the tools you already have. What I also like is you can just dive in and you can see how the racks are made, which is what I always do. Let's skip to the pickup. Maybe have a look in. This is really nice. This is ARP signs. Got this kind of ARP dual ARPs thing running along. Nice. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I'll just change the vibe completely. Ready? Let's change our bass. Already you could just stick a clap in here. Nice shakers. These signs kind of change. Whoa. Great names as well for the macro snapshots. Past the drama, number 9. Bit more attack on this one. I'll stop this a minute and see what it's like playing along. We're on an arpeggiator. Lovely. Let's change this dual arps thing again. Tangerines, like tangerine. Change the effects as well. Bacon. Bubbles. Yeah, lovely. Change the oscillator level. Bring that pluck up, maybe? Take us to the... Just adjust the volume of that. These are really good when I was messing around with these. Let's see what we got in the presets. Yes. Nice, nice, nice. Maybe try that with the pad, see what we've got going on in the pad. Maybe want a more spacious pad kind of thing. Oh yeah. What we've got in the reverbs as well. Check that out. I mean, that is going to be like, what is that? Just a, you know, this is a a plugin that gets FLAC as well, or a stock plugin. That's Ableton's own reverb, and well, there we go. How does it sound there to you? That's lush. Let's just play that on my keys, see what we get. Gorgeous. What else we got going on here as well? Wonky. Small space. Yep. Caves. Yeah, I could. Okay. We'll just explore a bit more of what we've going on before I kind of like. I'm starting to get inspired and kind of. I could think of just putting together something from this. It's probably worth talking about the drums, or just having a look at the drums, shall we? So the way 36db configure their environments, you get one channel that is a drum rack, and then you've also got the same patterns split out across multiple channels, and they're grouped together. You can actually do this by kind of diving into the drum rack and extracting chains. But this kind of caters for the two ways that people kind of like to perform live. Either they've got the patterns, all of the MIDI parts in the patterns, or they're split out across different clips, and you can kind of access different processing or fade them in on the faders. That's kind of another handy way to do that. So I think I'm actually just going to insert some more blank scenes now, and yeah, we'll just create a drum pattern. You can kind of hear what's going on with the drums. We'll work with like pattern 3, shall we? We'll just have this as like a nice, that's pretty cool. Let's change I like that deeper. Maybe this as well. Nice. So much stuff like hard baked into it. Switch over here. Let's get down so we can see it. Nice. You know, you kind of got a bass idea as well. And this is just like the. Maybe want to adjust the volumes. Return channels, bubble delay, minor third, crunchy. We could send some of this bass. I think like, and if you're not comfortable playing things, then you can just draw something in, and maybe we could go for just like a really nice basic techno kind of thing. Oh yeah. Cool. Let's see what reverbs and stuff they've got going on. 36. These you're going to find in like audio effects, audio effect racks. Dual verb texture. I think we've got that in this pack. Try that. Just chop that on the bass. See what that's like. Yeah, I'll take that. What we got going on here? Erosion and yeah, and everything's like so easily customizable because we could I like that. Copy another pattern. Not that one. What we got here? That's cool, yeah. What we got here? Alright, yeah, cool. Okay, let's add some other parts. We've already got something going. Let's have that, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we could even call clip automation into it, you know. So holds on at the moment. Turn that. Use the volume for this as well. What I'd want to do too, this Detroit pad, this the chorus shine verb, where's that in our, yeah, I want that on a return channel. So just add a return channel, put that dual verb texture on here. Sorry, not that, the chorus shine and that metaverse. I just want to have a look at what's going on in here. Yeah, so I'll probably I'll make the reverb amount just 100%. So it's like not, it's just a wet version of the sound or just the completely affected version of the sound that we're hearing on the send. We could record some clip automation on this, couldn't we? Let's just go. I'm going to do it on the send here. I'm going to do it on D. Classic techno pattern. Do something like that. Yeah. Something on the pad or the stabs. Go for the hood. like classic Detroit techno names. Brom. Yeah. Really like dusty, almost like basic channel, kind of really dubby techno. I like him. Just gonna want to get an F minor chord just to loop it, hey. Well, I didn't stop recording for a sec. Okay, pull that there. I'm going to map that filter. Oh, we got it mapped already. I might just quantize a little bit my janky keyboard playing. Try some other presets. These kind of pumps. Move to so I can see, yeah? See that? There we go, that's better. And then maybe we could have a pad rolling along as well. Maybe just have it dry. I'm gonna like insert some more scenes, and then we can. Let's just copy. Yeah, I mean that's great, isn't it? That's fine as it is. This kind of count the PT2, you bell? Yeah. Let's get another pattern. We could just take this one and add some. What we got? Make this one like with just a clap. Got all these sounds. Right, put that one there, maybe. Duplicate these. Cool. Haha. Crunch, that is sick. Like the deeper. I've also got like maybe let's have check something. Nice. You could like go. Belt. What else we got? That's sick. That's cool. Yeah, I like that. That's all just from the same sound source. What is it? Okay, this one is a sample, but. Probably put the verb down. Nice. Yeah. Some kind of pad. Oh, we got all these suit. I need to have a look at these like effects. What we got in here? Nice, so dubby. Oh yes, yeah, we need that. Really like techie futuristic sounds. Yeah, we should just jam these out. I got them this one bang on the money. Like that, yeah. I'll get rid of these and just duplicate that. I love special effects for stuff like this because it can just totally make the track. That's nice. We could just draw some others in. We've got like a 12 bar loop here. That's nice. You got all these like drift left dub. Nice. Sick. Yeah, those drift left dub sounds are cool. Imagine you could get these like side chaining as well with the Let's add something on the pad as well. Yeah, the pads are where it's at for me. It's just a track in a sound, you know. Oh, lush. Like that would be sick, wouldn't it? Like, okay, I want that one. I want that. Cool is like the pads they're like super velocity sensitive, so they kind of change quite a lot the harder you hit the keys. Got to keep it that in space, haven't we? Maybe just pull down the verb. That metaverse, that's lush. Okay, let's try again, yeah? Lovely. Let's see if we can embellish that drums a bit more. Yeah. Yes, yes, yes. Nice. You can do stuff like, we could just vary the velocity as well. This. Randomized, maybe the velocity range would be like, could you do 20? No, we don't want that. Randomize, yeah. Just make it like 20. Messing with the sends here. I really want I want to be able to mess with this bad boy filter on this. So have I got anything, Matt? I don't think it's just my controller. Yes. Getting somewhere. Maybe like a could have some sort of other like we can make this the hat a bit more like metronomic. Oh, it's got like a swing on it as well. Just duplicate that, yeah. We can have like a 16th hat. And just randomize the velocity a bit on it. Yes, yes, nice. Okay, so we got this like, can always help to like color code. You can name anything you want, you know. But like, so we've got possible. As well. I've got on here. Check out some of the patterns. They could always just copy them. Oh, like a stabby sound. We're in F minor. I could just loop this. flow or something. Just an accident, that. Let's just do one loop because then we've got like 8. You could do like these false drops things. Like kind of had the first bar with nothing, like a false drop. What can we automate on this as well? We've got something like the filter probably. Filter's a great place to start, just automating stuff. In fact, I think that's better. I'm just like Control M or Command M and just randomly mapping stuff. We've got here, yeah, okay. Bring that PC down. So I think I mapped this bad boy to the wrong one. Let's just try again. B5, yeah? No, that one. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so I could lose hours just doing this. And what I think I might do is just try and record an arrangement. Yeah, I think that sounds pretty cool. And that was just like using some of the MIDI clips, and I've got things going to the return channel, and everything sounded kind of nice and pretty tight and cool, isn't it? So, you know, like a lot of techno just goes straight in, you know. I really love the kind of stuff that comes out on Giegling, or the kind of German label Giegling and DJ Metatron and Traum Prince and all that kind of like ambient, really dubby techno, but that veers into that kind of peak time thing. And like, yeah, I think you can just totally get that straight away. You know, we could just go, let's go. What I'm going to do is I'm going to record this, yeah? Okay. Good thing about techno is you can just let it roll out. It needs to roll out. Nice. That's lush. See what I might do is I might just like actually, let's just go back into that bass sound a bit. I just kind of sculpt this a little bit more. I just put an EQ on it because there's a lot of kind of low end stuff happening on that drum kit. So EQ filters, yeah, no EQA. I just checked that in. Nice. See if we've got anything in the peak techno bass as well that's going to kind of bring out a bit more. We got kind of, that's a bit okay. Let's start again. Yeah, let's record that again. Cool. Just stop over all the clips. build up. Yeah, there we go. Peak time techno, Ableton music production environment from 36db. Available now. Definitely add it to your arsenal and just get making music like that. So easy to start. I really love to work that way, just jamming things out. If that's not for you, you know, all of the component parts just can be used in your projects however you want them, however you want to use them. So you can kind of like strip each environment for parts. It's totally modular like that, including anything you kind of load in channel-wise from the preset library. That's just going to pull in all the MIDI as well. Yeah, peak time techno, Ableton music production environment from the super talented guys at 36db. Don't sleep, add it to your arsenal. All the environments are super affordable, and yeah, I really enjoyed this. I've been Alex, thanks for watching. I'll see you around. Cheers.